The Stuka was an essential component of the aerial firepower which blasted open the path for Germany's fast-moving panzer forces. At the same time, the Stuka, with its pinpoint bombing accuracy, was an important weapon in lowering the morale of troops facing German attack. They were also responsible for the anxious civilians who clogged the roads, which could otherwise have been used by the Allied armies facing the German onslaught. The Stuka was developed after Germany learned the effectiveness of dive bombing experiments by watching the Americans. The first version appeared in 1935 with twin vertical tail surfaces, and ironically, in view of what was to follow, was powered by a British Rolls-Royce engine. Later versions featured a single tail with Junkers engines. The first production version, the 87A, was used with great success during the Spanish Civil War and paved the way for the first definitive model, the Junkers 87B in 1938. This had a 1,200 horsepower Jumo engine, allowing the aircraft to carry twice the bomb load of the 87As. The Junkers 87B had a top speed of about 230 miles per hour and a range, when fully loaded, of 370 miles. The 9 Stuka-Gruppen played a major role in the Polish and French campaigns of 1939 and 1940. Over 340 aircraft aided and supported the panzer divisions by attacking bridges, crossroads, airfields, and troop concentrations. The pilot had a device that was designed to pull the aircraft out of its dive automatically as soon as the bomb was released. When it came to the Battle of Britain, the Stuka's shortcomings were finally revealed. With only 2 forward-firing machine guns and a single gun in the rear of the cockpit, the Stuka could not defend itself against British fighters. The final version of the Stuka dive bomber was the 87D. It entered service late in 1941. This model was aerodynamically sound and was fitted with extra armor protection. It was also equipped with twin machine guns in the rear of the cockpit. But these improvements did not change the vulnerability of the aircraft except in situations of complete air superiority, a condition that became increasingly rare as the war progressed. After 1942, the Stuka was mainly used for ground attack in the Soviet Union. The Stuka had a glorious beginning, but could not win the war alone. By 1944, the writing was on the wall for Germany. It was by no means over. There was still hard and bitter fighting yet to come, but it was the beginning of the end. The German bombers could no longer survive against the American Thunderbolts, Lightnings, and Mustangs, or the British Typhoons and Tempests. The Germans made desperate attempts to get new aircraft of their own in service, but losses among experienced air crews were horrendous, and in the end, it was hopeless. With the Allied victory over Germany secured, Japan's turn was next. The Axis powers had opened the lid to Pandora's box of destruction, and now had to pay the price.
Tomorrow, the human brain. If we don't use all of it, can we function with only half of it? Doctors say yes. In fact, technology's answering the questions about our true brain power. Brainstormers on Discover Magazine.
His biography.